Hello, everyone that's already in the chat. Miss Lynn and Rick. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
So, what are you all up to today? Tonight? Whatever it is. What you been doing today? Until there gets more people in the chat, we'll just chat. We'll just chat. Rick, did you check into getting a ticket for KPL? Or Keto Palooza? I know there's people still trying to sell their tickets because they can't go. Let me know if you can hear us okay. Hello, Evelyn. Can you hear us all right? We hear you. Thank you, Lynn. I learned about how pressure luck goes. What's up, Naomi? Yes, but it's too soon to plan anything, and I have a busy schedule at work. I get it. Although I don't get it because we don't work anymore. Yes, we can hear you. Thank you. Hear you loud and clear. Thank you, Sean. So before you guys came in, Sean and Evelyn and Naomi, we asked, what have y'all been doing? What's up? How's your week been going? How was your weekend? Did you survive the storm? We had lost power for about 5 hours on Friday, right?
Yep.
Got it back in time to do the live stream with Terry Lease. That was amazing. Hello, Michael. Thank you for coming. Hey, Evelyn and Lynn. Hello, Gal Pal. I know who this is. That's Karen from Low Carb Spin. She's going incognito. So I brought up the title of this, When Plans Change. What do you do? What do you do when plans change? What do we, just in general, not keto, but what do we have to, what do we do?
Well, just move on. Made the wrong decision. That's all there is to it. Just had to figure it out.
What wrong decision did you make?
We both made. We were supposed to have a craft show on Saturday, but we got up that morning and lo and behold, it was still raining pretty good. And it didn't look good. So we decided not to go. What happens? Stops training. So about the time it was over with, it was like, well, that was one plan that we failed. But I think we did the better decision because he really didn't know where we were. It wasn't raining, but who knows where it was? If it wasn't, it wasn't.
All right. That craft show that we were supposed to go to Saturday that he's talking about was supposed to be from 2 to 6. Weather forecasted 70% chance of rain all day, and it was outdoors. So we decided in the morning when it was still misty and raining that we weren't going to do it. And the whole day we're sitting there, it's like, it's getting clearer and clearer outside. I'm like, holy cow, we could have gone. But then we did go out and about. We got a few errands done. And just about the time we would have had to have been taking the tent down, the tables down, putting everything away, the skies opened up and it started pouring again. So I guess we made the right decision.
Yeah, and it was lightning and everything else. So no biggie. We'll shoot for another one later on in a couple of months inside.
Yes.
Hopefully that'll be good.
Hello, Nan. Hi, James. Evelyn saying hello. There's a new bride starting. But you're not late. We're good. John said we lost power from Friday at 10 a.m. till Friday at 5 p.m. We stayed at a hotel in town. It was pretty rough. The bed was horrible. From Friday at 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Friday, one day, I'm lost because a hotel room from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Am I reading something wrong, Sean? Because we went to Outback. It was the only place in town that had power. And we went to Outback for lunch. And when we got home, the power was back on. Thank goodness. Evelyn's saying, hello. Saturday. See there, that's what was missing. That was, it's okay. It just didn't make any sense. An EF2 tornado hit about 20 miles south of us. Ooh, we didn't get touched, but a lot of people close to us had a lot of damage. It was a powerful storm. It was crazy. That's the only time we've lost power since we've been here.
Yeah.
For any length of time, other than little blips.
Yeah, and that's not even outage. It was just on and off like light switch.
It was crazy. But we were supposed to bowl that day. So we go to the bowling alley, and it's pouring down rain outside. Obviously, outside. Dummy. So it's pouring. We get to the bowling alley. Their power is coming on, going off, coming on, going off. Most of the league comes down from Lexington, which is about 30-minute drive. I don't understand why they didn't cancel bowling because the weather was that bad. But, you know, us diehards, we showed up at the bowling alley, and then they're like, well, thank you for coming all this way, but they're having trouble keeping the power on. But while they had it on, we could have bowled just for free, nothing to count for the league, if we wanted to. So some of us were going to stay, and poof, everything went out. And they couldn't get it back on. So we just came home, and that's when we discovered our power was out. And we sat here and lit some candles, and our neighbor was with us who didn't have her house key on her. So she couldn't get in her garage door. So we all hung out together and went to lunch, like I said, at Outback. Things change. Life happens. You just got to do the best you can with the situation you have in front of you.
Yeah, but we made some sales, so she bought some stuff from us.
Yes, our neighbor bought
cool.
a set of coasters that Brian's been working on. I've got three different patterns to show you sitting here. And she bought 4 pairs of earrings that I had made. So just sitting on our rear end talking, we made some sales. So that was okay.
Yeah, I got one more going out to the bowling alley Tuesday.
Yeah. James said there was a total of 370 south sites that were destroyed. 103 of them were hardened. Well, you know, you all know my sister Deb. She lives in South Carolina. She lost power for, I think she said 10 hours. Something like that. But thankfully, no damage, and she was okay. We weren't supposed to get it back till Sunday. We just happened to drive by the house and saw it was back on. That's good. Did you lose anything meat-wise or food-wise? That was my panic because I'm like, we have 2 freezers full of meat. Am I going to have to do a huge cooking out on the Blackstone? It's like, wow, we would have had everybody in the neighborhood coming over.
You figure if you gotta not open the doors and leave them closed for at least the next day, it should be fine. Cold enough in there to keep going.
Right now it was crazy.
Yep, right now we get the smoker running. It's been going since about 10 o'clock this morning.
With a pork butt in it.
It's got a little ways to go. So a few hours from now, yummy.
These power outages are no joke. My last house, it went out and I had 3 sump pumps. Basement flooded. I was totally overwhelmed. Sold the house, no more floods. That's good. Dr. Boz was also impacted. Hey, Yvonne, thanks for joining us. So anyway, the other part of when plans change, as far as the craft show goes, we're having a neighborhood yard sale coming up. So I went on our neighborhood site on Facebook and I said, hey, can we add to the signage craft sales also? Because there are other people in the neighborhood that do crafts. She said, well, let me know how many people would be interested. So I posted something on there and there's like 5 other people interested in also selling crafts along with their yard sale stuff. So that's going to be open to us. So we got that. And then one of the ladies that we bowl with, she enters these craft fairs, and she just sent me one today that's local in the beginning of December. So that's when one door closes, another one will open. Just got to be patient. If you do cook on the Blackstone, I'm coming over. Naomi, did you get my messages? Because Friday's going to be here quick. We bought a portable fridge that 2KK reviewed a while back. We were able to put all of our fridge stuff in that. That's awesome. Smart. We were lucky. It was only, like I said, about 4 or 5 hours. So everything was okay. But I questioned it, what would we have done if it wasn't? Because there was a lot, I'm not worried about the stuff in the refrigerator as much, but the meats in the freezer, we stockpile when with their sales, and our freezers are full. There's a side-by-side refrigerator. That freezer part is absolutely full. And then we have another refrigerator that we bought because I didn't like the side-by-side that much. It has the freezer at the bottom. That one is packed. So, we keep eating. As soon as we eat something, we fill it back up.
Yeah, we just have a big cookout, $20 a head. Make it all back.
Yvonne said we got a whole house generator in March and had only one 7-hour outage since. A lot of money, but so worth the peace of mind. In New Hampshire, where we used to live, years ago, Brian went and invested $5,000 on a house generator. And I was livid. Let me tell you, I was livid because that was a lot of money.
Until the day it went out.
It was hooked up to the natural gas line. Everything was hooked up to it except the AC in the summer. And what was it in the fall?
Microwave.
The microwave. The things that drained it more. But as soon as we had a blip, everything would come right back on. Well, one year we had such a bad neighborhood power outage, and it lasted days.
It was an ice storm. It was around Christmas time.
Our whole neighborhood was pitch black, and here our lights are on bright. We've got everything. I was like, okay, thank you, Brian. You're excused.
The neighbors couldn't figure out why we had power. They didn't. They were like, how the heck's he got it? We don't.
Yeah, it was crazy.
I could have lit up the tree in the front yard. I had lights on. I could have ran the punch to the back of it, but I didn't want to tee them off that bad. They'd have shot me.
Hot dogs. Sean says, P.S. That's the fridge we're taking to KPL, bringing some ribs and salmon to share. You're staying at the Gold House? Because I'm coming to your room. My power's out for 12 hours, lost nothing, keep the doors closed. That's good, Deb. I was thinking 10. I had already said it. I've gotten the links, which were emailed a few weeks ago. I also emailed it again today, just in case. Good evening, all. Good evening, Kay. When my electricity went out, it was back in my sad days. Didn't want to waste all the food. I was eating tubs of Cool Whip. That sounds crazy. I mean, no, that sounds good. It does sound crazy. I was reading yours and thinking at the same time. We went 11 days without power after an ice storm about 15 years ago. I bought a generator after that. That ice storm in New Hampshire that he's talking about, it lasted,
3 days.
It seemed a lot longer than that.
It was only 2 days, but it was
crazy.
Yeah.
I don't expect you to need the AC very often in New Hampshire. Oh, yeah, you do. There's only a few months, like everywhere else, you don't.
It gets humid.
It doesn't get humid. It gets hot.
It does. It's both there.
It doesn't get that humid in New Hampshire, Brian. You've been in Kentucky long enough to see the difference.
I also worked outside. I knew the difference up there.
He's totally from New Hampshire. But being that I was from Cincinnati, moved to New England, moved back this way. Now Debbie down south, they get the serious, nasty humidity. Ours is here, but New Hampshire is like maybe a little. Not much. Not much at all.
And to everybody who likes my picture that I finished, thank you so much.
Just has to put the finishing
Yep,
coat on it.
Put the coat on it.
The
let it dry.
polyurethane. So I'm going to show you these coaster sets that he has made. I don't know. I don't think I showed them last week. If I did,
I thought you did.
I'm getting old. That's all I can say. But there's one set. There's 4 coasters to a set. And these are all on black slate. He's got some other ones that are, that we can't show. There's a Halloween picture. And the other one is Christmas, and it looks like all snow. And there's the other one. They're really cool. But yeah, he has sold 2 sets.
Yep.
I'm about ready to put those on our Etsy shop. I don't need AC. I enjoy the heat. The winters are long and cold. Where are you, Rick? Excuse me. And so that was not cut out for Little House on the Prairie. No electricity. We met some lady. I just went and got a haircut the other day. And there was some lady at the hair salon. She says she was without power for 5 days.
5 days.
She says, I am not cut out for
To be a pioneer woman.
for pioneer woman. She said, there's no way. Okay, got it in archived. All right. Looking forward to it, Naomi. Oh, wow. Those are beautiful, Brian.
Thank you.
Hey, Lori. Rick said those are nice. Debbie said those are beautiful, Brian. New Hampshire said, well, see? What part of New Hampshire? That's where he was born and raised, in Nashua. Really love the Halloween and Christmas coasters. Nice. Thank you. Yes. And he's saying hi to Lori. Yeah, we're going to get Lori back on another time when the connection is a little better. It was really rough. And then we lost her altogether last Sunday. So, yeah, if Lori's game, we'll get her back on the schedule. New Hampshire near Bristol and Newfound Lake. Where's that? I don't know.
Northeast, I think, towards the Maine coast. I mean, the Maine line.
Looking forward to it too. Bear with me. Hey, you're going to do fine. You'll be fine. Big takeaway for me was that at one time I lived in Newport, Tennessee, and it was one of the towns that was underwater due to a dam failing. Oh, dang. A lot of, North Carolina, South Carolina got killed. Karen said, pretty coasters. Are they slate? Yes, they're black slate. I am game maybe December when I'm in Florida. Sounds like a plan, Lori. Darn Canada internet. I felt bad for Lori. So did I. It was tough. No, northwest of Laconia, he said.
Huh.
See, you're from there and you don't know all
I don't
the
know every
areas.
town.
Oh, gosh.
I might have driven every back road, but I don't remember the towns, not all of them.
He was telling, was it Jan you were telling our neighbor all the things you used to do bad? Or was that, yeah, when we were sitting here the other day? He was bad. He wasn't always a good guy.
Yeah, right.
Oh, it was Doug.
Doug, yeah.
Because we were talking in the car on the way to the bowling alley about you fishing.
Yeah.
Ask him what he's done.
That wasn't bad. That was just an accident.
Ask him what he's done. He's crazy.
So I caught the biggest sucker in the world. No biggie.
He hooked himself in the head
With a triple
with
hook.
a fish hook.
Yeah, with a triple hook right off the bridge of my backyard. Oops, ouch. Off to the hospital. Cut it out. Thank you so much.
That's what's been wrong with him all along.
Affected my brain.
Nah, you're good. You're good. I just mess with you.
Put a panic in my mother, though.
I bet. He comes running in the house with a fish hook in his head.
She screamed in your hair. I went, no, my head. In your head. That was it. The end of it. Off to the hospital.
He had hair then too.
Yeah, I did.
He had like Afro style curly dark hair. I saw pictures of him when he was young. It's like, what?
It's coming back little by little.
One of the locations of the business I work at is in Irwin, Tennessee. They got hit really hard in a storm. Roads going to the plant are destroyed. I don't doubt it. Debbie's coming up here next Thursday. Hopefully the roads are going to be okay. But now this other storm that's coming through, supposedly the same path, it's like, whew, what normally takes her about 6 hours to get up here from South Carolina, because we're going to KPL together. She was telling me it will take her a different route. It'll take her about 10 hours to get here. That's a long time.
Well, our neighbor was supposed to go to South Carolina. She bailed out of it. She decided to stay home.
Well, smartly,
Yeah.
because she don't know what the roads are going to be like. I
No.
mean, so yeah, that was our bowling partner on
Yeah.
Thursdays. Her and her daughter were supposed to leave today to go to Charleston, South Carolina. Max is over there eating if you hear anything. And she messaged me today and she said, I'll be at the bowling alleys. We're not going. We changed our mind. I-40 would be closed a very long time. I don't doubt it.
Yeah.
It's so sad. It's just, and then if another one goes through at the same time, there's still 600 people missing. Yep. That is so sad. And I got to say, there is a person, and excuse me, Lori, please put his name in the chat because I don't remember, or somebody in Carrie Mann's realm that just passed away, lost his fight to cancer. He's not somebody that I follow, but he had from what I understand, he had a really great story. He helped so many people, and prayers and thoughts go out to his family. I know, Lori, you know his name. You could put that in the chat. I would appreciate it. But yeah, Carrie was pretty distraught, as most people are, I'm sure. Jeff DeProsperous. Yes, blessings on my journey. Thank you, Lori. But yes, he just passed away Sunday, I think Carrie said. And
Awesome.
it's a horrible, cancer is just horrible. It's just, wow. I don't think, have you had anybody in your family that had cancer that you know of? He has a big family.
One of my uncles had colon cancer, but it didn't kill him. Other than that, no, I don't think so.
Yeah, it was Sunday morning. That's what I thought. I was listening to Carrie yesterday. Yeah. But yeah, it's a horrible disease. And no matter how much you fight and try your hardest. Exactly, Lynn. Like I said, I didn't know him because I don't really follow all that. I don't follow Carrie much. I've listened to him on occasion. But Jeff's story I hadn't heard at all, so I'm going to have to go back and watch all that stuff. But yeah, it's sad. I know cancer affected Debbie a lot back in the day. Her husband passed away of cancer 2012, Debbie. She's going. I think it was 2012. I'm not sure. I can't keep up. Hey, Brenda. Hey, I was right about something. Yes, and he was one heck of a dude. I mean, strong-willed and fun and just a riot. Just great to my sister. And that that meant everything. Sorry to hear about Jeff. Yeah. So, what's coming up for everybody? I don't have any October challenges to speak of. I know everybody's doing either 75 hard, 75 soft, or beef, butter, bacon, and eggs, or this or that. No, I succeeded with the 7 days of egg fast. I succeeded with 7 days of beef or keto chow. And the other day I made, oh my goodness, their drop biscuit recipe. Keto Chow's drop biscuit recipe is so good with the chicken soup base, the savory chicken. I've made it in the past with birthday cake and used it as a base for strawberry shortcake. That was delicious. The other day I wanted some biscuits and I didn't want to use the chicken because I wanted some extra flavor in the biscuits. So I made pecan sticky bun biscuits, and let me tell you, they were amazing. They were so good. My school is doing an exercise challenge. It starts on the 7th and runs for 4 weeks. What exactly are they going to be doing? And are you joining in? Inquiring minds want to know, Evelyn. That sounds amazing. So Lisa, they were so good. And it was just their drop biscuit recipe, switching out the chicken for the pecan sticky bun. And holy man, they were good.
There's one left.
Today I made chaffles with the tomato basil. And I used that to make little pizzas. Those were really good. I love keto chow. You can do anything with it. Meat Sisters is doing an exercise moving challenge. Meat Sisters? I don't know. Why have I never tried those drop biscuits? Oh, Lynn, they're so easy to make. Yes, I do just follow the keto chow recipe, just using whatever flavor I want to use. And like the chaffles, you could probably use anything. You could probably use the beef base, would be good, or the chicken. But the tomato basil was good, wasn't
Yep, I gotta say the guinea pig's a happy camper with food.
it? Now we watched Steve the other day, and he had tried out Steve from Serious Keto. He tried out some unbelievable buns. So you know me, I gotta buy them. I gotta try them. It totally didn't do anything to Steve's sugars. He had his CGM on. So we're going to try them. We just got them in today. We're going to try them with some Tetons after this tonight.
And you made the ADH Dave muffins, chocolate muffins.
Yes, that's the other thing. He had ADH Dave, Cooking with Dave. He has like 5 channels. He does recipes created by ChatGPT, which is where I heard about it. And he made chocolate chip muffins. I took that recipe and made those the other day. Brian's been eating the heck out of them. We've been making your waffles a lot lately. Thank you for the recipe. You are so welcome. Either work out for a half hour a day or follow their routine with squats, planks, sit-ups, and push-ups. Holy moly. I'm tired just thinking about it. It's a group that Limitless Lindy organized. Interesting. I made them last night, Cindy. They were very good. Next time I'd like to use some coconut flour in them too to lessen the almond flour taste. That was the muffins, Debbie, or the chocolate chip muffins? Not sure which ones you're talking about. I wonder, will it be available to buy big bags of keto chow at Ketopalooza? I know they have individual servings at KPL, and when they're out and about, I'm not sure about big bags. You could always put something on their Keto Chow Facebook page and find out. I saw Steve's review and saw he had no glucose response. Can't wait to see what you think of them. Yes. We bought a sampler pack. It comes with butter buns, hamburger buns, hot dog buns, all 6 packs, and then a pack of 4 hoagie buns. And I'm like, ooh. Where do I find the recipe? Liz, is that for the chaffles or waffles? It was basically keto chow and eggs. At one point, I did 2 eggs and a serving of keto chow. This is all while I was doing my 7 days of keto chow. And then I started doing 3 eggs with just the keto chow. The kind of sticky bun drop. They were good. I didn't notice any big almond flour. But if you're going to switch it, only a third of coconut flour of what you use for almond flour, and it's only a 1/4 cup of it, I believe. So 1/3 of a quarter, 1/12 of a cup, Deb. That's like, wow. 1/12 of a cup. That'd be interesting. I'll use both. That's usually what Carolyn Ketchum does, is uses both in her recipes. So I already missed my keto chow, and I'm on day 2 of 30 days Lion Challenge. Bless your pea picking heart. Salt and meat. That's just whoo. Yeah, Liz, that's all it is a serving of keto chow and 2 or 3 eggs. And typically chaffles, you put in, for a keto chow recipe, 3 eggs, a cup of shredded cheese, and a serving of keto chow. And then if you want to lighten it up a little bit, some water, or loosen it up a bit, because it is a very thick batter. There you go. No water or liquid. I did add some water, a little bit, just to the consistency that you want. And they were okay. I preferred them when I started adding cheese back into them. But when I first started them, I just wanted to try just eggs and keto chow. And water, of course. I just overbought on eggs and guess I need to find good egg recipes. That egg loaf, Lynn, I think you made that. That was amazing. Well, I have to add butter. I don't get enough fat with only tallow. Yes. Ruminant animals, water, butter, salt. That's basically beef, butter, and eggs. Beef, butter, water, and salt. Whatever. Egg pudding. Baked eggs with eggs that can freeze. Baked goods with eggs that can freeze. I'm telling you, I did never get tired of eggs on the egg fast. That was just great. I could do that again. But the next time I would do it and add in some kind of additional protein, because you don't get enough. You don't get enough protein with just eggs. And I discovered that. That was rough. I think the most protein I got in any one day for that week was maybe 80 grams. And that's just not enough. But it was good. I probably could have added more eggs, because why not?
Yeah.
He didn't do it.
Nope.
You guys saw his food. He was eating steak and spinach.
Just once.
Twice,
actually, yeah.
Yeah, one bag, and you split it up. But yeah, that's
rare.
The other day I had leftover meat in the refrigerator from different meals. I had like a big chuck roast, half of that left. I had some little ends of ribeyes that neither one of us could eat to finish off our meals. I cut that up. I had some pulled pork from Sonny's barbecue that I couldn't eat. I put that in. And then I had a roll of beef chorizo that I threw in the pot. And I cooked that all together. It was like a big meat stew. They used up the leftovers. It was really good. Of egg pudding. Haven't made that in a long time. I'll make the egg loaf with keto chow next time. Report back to you whether it works or not. I'll probably eat it anyway. It might make it really, really thick. So you're going to have to compensate for that. Either add more eggs. If you're going to add in keto chow, that might work. Or add egg whites. There you go. To increase the protein. Well, I was thinking more adding in keto chow or a prime protein shake to get the added protein. Love the egg pudding with scrambled eggs straight from the blender, still hot, and with chocolate equipped. You know, I tried the egg pudding in the blender with the scrambled eggs. I don't know. If I'm going to make pudding and use keto chow, I'm going to use gelatin, and it works just fine. I don't know. I don't know if I just didn't mix it good enough, thoroughly enough, but it wasn't all that, was it?
No.
We didn't care for it. So I don't know if I just made it wrong. So what's on everybody else's agenda for this week and this weekend? We have a major yard sale to go to on Saturday. It's being held at a church up in Lexington. So we're going to hit that up. Sunday, I am bowling in a tournament with another lady that I met at the bowling alley. We're going up to Cynthiana, Kentucky. I think you're staying here, right?
Yeah, I think so.
He's free for a time.
Guinea pig's gonna run rampant. Just don't lock me in the cage and forget about me.
I don't know who all was in here, but Brian said earlier we have a pork butt in the smoker. It's been in there since 10 o'clock this morning. All I did was coated it in mustard. And it's been cooking at like 180 all day. I have to work Saturday to make up for the time I'm missing for KPL. I remember those days having to make up work time because you want to take time off, and better you than me, Sean. Better you than me. I'm good. I don't want to work. Although all the stuff that we're getting ourselves into is work.
It's more work than you wanted.
It's work. But it's okay. We're finding some really cool things. I was telling Debbie, I found this bag. It's Patricia Nash purse. And we got it for $20 at a yard sale. And they are selling for $150 or more. I'm like, ooh, that's nice. So I still have to list that and some other. We found a Calvin Klein bag at Goodwill for like $6. And it's worth over $100. It's insane. I made poor man burnt ends today. They were great. I took my time and actually followed the recipe. Nice. I like burnt ends. Those are good. I got to get some more pork belly out of the freezer. That air fried pork belly is amazing. With barely anything on it. Some seasoning salt. Handbags, purses, whatever you want to call them. They're I got clutches in there I got to put in. I got so many stuffed animals and little figurines I have to list. All kinds of stuff. Told Debbie I got to get this done so she's got a bed to sleep in when she gets here. That world map one is really cool. Yeah, it is. That's the one I was talking about, the Patricia Nash. It's really neat. I never tried making burnt ends, but I don't have a grill or a smoker. Planning and packing for KPL and then hanging out with you. Nice. What are we gonna do? We're gonna, we're gonna hang out. We're gonna just have fun. That's all. We're gonna watch people put on their best moves Friday night. Not gonna be me. Like I was telling, I know a lot of you are getting there on Thursday. Deb and Amy and I
Right.
will be there on Friday.
Mhm.
And then leaving Sunday. That $30 a day
Okay.
parking is
Okay.
a little bit much. Thank God it's only 2 nights. So hopefully that's all we get billed for. We get there Friday and then it's Saturday and leaving Sunday. Yeah. Do you bring your own snacks for KPL? No, I do not. Because when you get in there, you get a swag bag that has a ton of stuff in it. Plus, you have vendors there that have things there. Yes, love me some pork bellies. Oh my goodness. Just sprinkle them with some reddening seasoning salt and air fry them. Oh, good Lord. Those are good. The parking is salty. The parking this year is crazy. Crazy. Last year, I know we only paid one fee for parking, and we were there Friday to Sunday the same way. This year, it's that each day. But no, at KPL, as far as snacks go, Sherry, they, like I said, you get a swag bag that has a variety of things in it. And then you have all the vendors. You can sample the keto chow. And man, if they have mousse made, make sure you grab some because that's amazing. 2 cups of heavy whipping cream and a serving of keto chow. And oh my word, it's delicious. Parking at the hotel is that an additional charge or included in the room price? It is additional. I was so tired one night, the parking meter ate my card. What? Oh, dang. That's insane. What is going on? What you do?
No, not much. Hanging out. Got things to do on the laser at some point.
Oh,
Got
yeah.
a special one to do and half done.
Mm-hmm.
And then make some more stuff for the art sale in here and hopefully the craft show. See what I can get done.
Now, I have a question for you. I want your opinion. I had asked Brian, you guys have, most of you have seen the cutting boards that he made. And we actually gave away 2 of them to the giveaway winners. Jennifer Lucas and Andy got one. I asked him to do one with the elongated, like diamond shape, just as a sample one, and actually put in your name in parentheses, just the words, your name, and then kitchen. Because we can personalize those. So, and just to have it like on our Etsy shop or on our eBay store or both, and see how that goes. Because those are really cool. I like them. But what is your all's opinion? Because those are neat. So I asked him to do that just for the craft show or the craft thing at our yard sale, whatever. That's going to also let us show our crafts. But that would be neat, I think. I'm waiting for these folks in the chat to weigh in. What do you all think? Do you think it would work? Instead of saying it's Cindy's kitchen or whatever, keto kitchen, because not everybody's keto. Debbie says it's a good idea. Personalizing will help sales. Yes, I think so. So, or just put a thing and just put your name in the middle. Your name. It doesn't even have to be kitchen. Man said, think it would be nice. Anything personalized is always great, I think. Yes. So it'll be fun. That'll be fun. Now, I don't believe that there's a live stream with Ash. Is that correct, Lynn? I said, no, they're on the road to California. So Ash Wednesday is not a thing tonight. Do the boards have a drip channel in them? I like the personalization. Do those little ones have one? Why don't you go grab one and see?
I don't think so.
You said to go grab one. And while you're up, can you grab that bag that has the European map? Right by the table in here. I'll show you this handbag that I was talking about. It's just amazing. Might make a nice Christmas present. Yep. No live stream from Ash. That's what I thought. Shell got the Carolina Reaper cheese from Walmart. It's pretty freaking hot. I guess so. Carolina Reapers are hot. It's from, oh no, Sean. Rinse your mouth out with cold water, dude. That's awful. Dustin, can't stick around to watch. We're out to dinner with the little lady, but wanted to drop in and say hello to you both and all my friends. Hello, Dustin. We will see you in 9 days. 9 days. Yay. And Evelyn saying hello to Dustin. So this bag that I got at the yard sale, $20. Look at this purse. And it is immaculate. Still has the tags on it. It had a price tag on it of $229. So this thing is absolutely, oh, my fingers are cramping up. This is absolutely immaculate inside. It's just impressive. This is by Patricia Nash. I had never heard of her. And then looking it up, it was like, it's neat. It's really cool. Ooh. Yes, I agree. It's a great find. It was pretty amazing, actually. But the same house that we got this from, people tried to pull a fast one on us. I think we talked about that last week. The one with the handle. No. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, the other ones don't.
Okay. So I think Nan was asking, whoa, Brian.
It did.
You okay?
Yep.
Who was asking about the do the boards at Sherry? The boards have a drip channel. Here's one of them. This one we haven't done yet, but it has a little thing here. You could actually hang it up. But this one does have a drip board. What's that dimensions? 6.5.
Yep.
This one's 10.5 by 6.5. So, and then we have this one, a bigger one, that is 15 by 10.25. That has the drip tray. I don't know if you can see. There you go. So I mean, they're really neat. But he can put anything on these. That's a perfect size. How much?
I'm actually thinking of putting Christmas designs on something.
Well,
Yeah.
personalized would be better. That way they get what they want. I'd have to check it out, Sherry, and let you know. And then what you would want on it. And will you want the smaller one or the bigger one? And boards are really cool. I think so, Rick. Thank you. But yeah, I'd have to, I mean, we have all the prices, the cost of all these written down in the other room. But yeah, the other ones I was talking about, they don't have the drip tray, this
No.
this indentation here, this drip board. They're elongated like this and they have a little handle. And those are the ones that we were experimenting with to begin with. And they turned out really cool. It's Wednesday night, so I guess you'll just have to keep your live stream going to entertain us instead. Well, somebody better be jumping on board to help us stay entertained, keep you all entertained, because we get boring. Or come up with some questions. Should I email? You can email me anytime you want. You can text me. You can message me on Facebook. I do reply. I might, if my phone's on the charger, then I'm out of commission until it's done, because I don't keep it plugged in by me. I put it away. So that's the only time I am off of my phone, because I have it right here. So yeah. And then while we're eating, I try to stay off my phone and enjoy our dinners together. Mash the like button for these fine people. Thank you so much, Sherry. So, yeah, we've been working on a lot. I could, you could see my spare bedroom where Debbie sleeps when she's here. It is packed. It's like, it is so packed. Are you planning on doing a walk on Sunday? If so, what distance? Yes, and 4.5 miles. You walking with me? Bring it. Thanks for the reminder, Sherry Reagan. Done. Thank you, Rick. Yes, we did. The first year we went, Debbie and I did 3 miles. Debbie said, next year I'm doing 4.5. I don't care what you do. So last year we did 4.5 miles, and she didn't wear the best shoes, and she was a hurting puppy. We also have this board that has this handle here. This does have the thing on it. These are the ones that we have used. And it's a little bit thicker than this one. So we have quite a few to choose from. And then there's 3. He's in there pulling stuff out like crazy. Do you have to have the safety form filled out before? Anything she sends you, like if you're in your email, in an email, I would just take care of it and be done with it. If you choose not to, and like somebody said, they think it's going to get rained out. I don't know how they can tell that now, but that's the only way I won't walk, is obviously I'm not going to walk in the rain. James and I were chicken last year and didn't want to walk in the cold, so we didn't walk last year. Oh man, once you're moving, Lisa, it's not so bad. I had a light rain jacket on. That's the only light jacket I had that I have, and it was great. But the first year, Debbie was so funny about it. We did the 3-mile walk, like I said, and we got back, and you climb the stairs to get back to the Gold House. And she looks at me. She says, go up these steps like Rocky and just throw your hands in the air. So I'm up there with a bright yellow jacket on, up at the top of the steps going, yay, like Rocky. And she takes a picture. And I know she's probably still got that, because I don't know. Do you use the TDEE calculator? Make sure you're eating enough. I do not. I eat until I'm full. I count my macros most of the time. I don't rely on these calculators. You know, it's like, I've been doing this. It was 4 years on the 27th that I started keto. And when I started, I was almost 270 pounds. I lost 100 pounds in 22 months. And I've, for the most part, maintained the majority of that. I've gone up somewhat, about 10 pounds, maybe 15. Then I'm working on trying to get back off. But
No,
no,
there's
'cause-
times that you can't eat the whole meal anyway.
right.
It's like you can only have so much because the surgery you had. So
Yeah, after having having had a gastric bypass back in 2007, if I eat too fast, I get full really fast. And then I'm like really lacking protein. So what we do when we're home, while we're eating, we're playing a game. We're playing cards or we're playing backgammon or something. And it slows my eating down where I can actually get a good meal in and a good amount of protein. And with the other reason I don't use the calculators is I eat very few vegetable carbs, very few. Where I get the carbs that I eat from is either whatever's in Keto Chow, and God help me, the Chalk Zero. And that's dwindling in this house because I haven't been ordering. So, yeah, and tracking all that and just for the heck of it earlier, I went on the BMR calendar today. And it tells you, it asks for your age, your weight, your height, and it comes up with your BMR. Body mass, whatever it is. I don't know. And then it's one of the one of the Facebook pages, it says if you take that, divide that by 10, and multiply that number by 4, that's how much protein you're supposed to eat in a day. And I think mine came out to like 30. We eat typically 2 meals a day. We don't usually eat anything until about 1 or 2. And then if it's a bowling night, which we bowl Tuesday and Thursday nights, we don't eat again until we get home, and that's about 9 o'clock at night. And that's usually ice cream from Keto Chow. We'll just sit down, watch TV, and relax and have ice cream.
I mean, I eat a little bit in the morning because I take this cognitive switch thing for my head powder, and it says to eat something, otherwise get upset stomach. But it's usually like a piece of bologna and a slice of cheese. That's about it.
Yeah, he's a whole different story. He don't need to lose weight. What he's doing this for is to maintain. He's a type 1 diabetic, if you didn't know, and he's maintaining his A1C really at a good level for a type 1. And I think it's been holding pretty steady at 6.4.
Yeah.
Where when I first met him 20 years ago, his A1C was 16 or 17. It was out of control. He's lucky to still be alive with that kind of numbers. It was just crazy. So, yeah, Brenda, I do too. My glucose has been okay. It's been pretty steady, good, but the weight is where it's at. Cara was still recovering from surgery last year. We walked, but did the shortcut crew. Like to go at least a 3 mile. We'll see. You can do it. Basal metabolic rate. Thank you, Debbie. I knew you would know. Sherry, rule of thumb, eat 1 gram of protein for your ideal weight, 120 pounds, 120 grams of protein. Yep. I know that's what Dr. Berry says. That's what a lot of people say. But like I was talking about earlier, I don't know if you were in here then. I did an egg fast a few weeks ago, 7 days. You cannot, I don't care what you do, get enough protein in on an egg fast. So if I do it again, I'm either going to add bacon or I'm going to add Keto Chow and do an egg Keto Chow fast. Mm-hmm. I don't know, because there was definitely not enough. And yeah. But when I did my figures like that, it came out to the BMR was like, for calories, it was 1,343 based on my weight, my age, and my height. And then, I love eggs, Sherry. I never got tired of them. And they, like Dr. Berry said, they are a superfood. And I could have continued on with that.
Heck, we have about 10 dozen in the fridge at all times.
We go through a lot of eggs. Anyway, so what was I saying? Oh, the BMR. I calculated that calories I should be eating every day came out to like 1,343. And then divide that by 10 and then multiply that by 4. It came out to, I think, like 130 grams of protein a day I should be getting. Let's see. Divided by 10 times 4. No. That's not right. I forget how it was calculated, but it was weird. No. I know what it was. 1,343 divided by 10. No, that's not right. 1,343 times 0.1. No. I'm going to get this yet. All right. I'm not going to get it because I done lost in my head what it was. Anyway, somebody's Facebook page said that to figure out how many grams of protein you should be getting. That's what it was. I don't remember how I did it now. I'm sitting there with the calculator. It's going to make me nuts. So whatever. But it came out to about 120, 130 grams of protein. And I'm good with that. Even after having gastric bypass and only eating 2 meals, I can usually get pretty close to that in. Just booked our room in Clarksville, Indiana. For KPL, you mean? Or what's that for? Is that for KPL, James? Ooh. I know the 4.5 mile walk, when you're walking, you walk over to the Indiana side from Louisville and then back. It's about 2.25 miles one way, each way. That was an interesting walk. Yes, for KPL. Yeah, we stay right at the hotel because I don't want to have to keep in and out of the parking garage and all that. We park the car and then we don't go back to it until Sunday when we're loading it up. But KPL is great. So I got a text from Ashley from Tom's office. Oh. So anything else going on? Lynn, you want us to stay on here? What's up? Anybody got any questions for us at all? It don't matter what it is. I've pretty much been an absolute open book on YouTube, obviously using my own name and everything else. The females use the formula is 10 times the weight in kilograms plus 6.25 times the height in centimeters. All right, that's way too much math. Debbie, you can calculate mine for me because that just already gave me a headache. You can walk to the steakhouse. You can. I'm not going to go this year because it's wickedly expensive and I really can't. I just can't.
She doesn't need that much to make it worth it.
No, it's just
I can make up
nuts.
for it, but I'm not going to be there.
Oh my word. We went to a Brazilian steakhouse and we met Evelyn, James, Lisa. James organized this meetup and Andy and Susan were there. And this man can put some food away. He's little. He's like 140 pounds and he's 5'5". He can put some serious food away. He puts me to shame. I'm going to the steakhouse Thursday with Dustin. There you go. I know, just kidding, Cindy. I don't expect you to stay on forever. I was unimpressed with the Brazilian steakhouse anyway. Oh, I liked it. I like all the meats, but to justify $50, $60 a meal, he needs to be with me so he can eat. Liz, I do. And there's times I've fasted 72 hours, but intermittent fasting every day. And I always have since I started keto. It's just I'm not hungry in the mornings. So I'm going, but afraid I won't get my money worth. I get full so fast. That's the whole thing, because that's why I'm not going to go. I went once, then we went to the one in Columbus, and I just can't justify it. Yeah, I knew what you meant. It's so expensive.
I mean,
And
basically, what you got to do is you got to eat about 3 full plates of meat
oh, good
at
Lord.
a time to make it worth your while. And they only come around with little pieces that they give you, but if you can put it away, you're good
Oh,
to go.
you could those little pieces add up on
They
your
do,
plate because
yeah.
they keep coming. There's somebody different coming around with different
Yeah.
kind of meat, constant. She says, "Stay longer," Evelyn. But yeah, I mean, absolutely take your time eating and enjoy the company. That's what that's all about. Is the people there. I have not met anyone that was rude, that was just dogmatic about anything. You know, and we've been to KPL, we've been to KetoCon, then Hack Your Health the following year. It's our third year at Ketopalooza. And I have yet to meet anyone that looks down on you for any reason or anything. And it's like the first year you go, you don't know what to expect, right, Evelyn? You definitely don't know what to expect. And to make such great friends. You know, the first year we met James and Emily, Mike and Dawn, Jen Delaney. Oh my goodness, so many people. And it was fantastic. And I hadn't even started my channel then. I didn't know anybody from Adam other than watching them on YouTube.
I mean, the biggest thing I got was you're all in the same boat. You're all looking for, different ideas on how to lose the weight, how to better off your health. And the people aren't there to make fun of anybody. Everybody's friendly as anything. They'll tell you how they're doing it. And you might get a few good ideas out of it. And if you don't, well, that's their way of eating. And we have our way of eating. Nobody will put you down. They're all great. It's a great group of people.
Yeah, Brian went to KPL last year with us, and he enjoyed it. But this year he opted to stay home with Max because he's getting old and confused.
At the time we couldn't afford to do it all either. So
then there's that.
yeah,
It's
so
expensive.
I backed off.
The thing I need to do is only take a few bites at a time, eat while it's hot, then get more. Last time I stocked up at the beginning, and by the time I got all the meats, they'd gotten cold. Well, that's all I would eat are the meats. I won't get the salads, or I didn't. I just concentrated on the meat. Has anyone heard how Jen is doing? I know she had her third chemo treatment, and I have not heard. But prayers that she's okay. Dr. Barry Lone is worth going to see and hear and talk to and get pictures taken with and all that kind of thing. Right, Deb? The first year we went, she said, we're going to sandwich him in between us and get our picture taken. That's exactly what we did. And we walked away from having our picture taken with Dr. Barry. And Debbie says, he was rubbing my shoulder. I'm never going to wash it again. It was so great. We had a lot of fun. And that was just her and I the first year. Last year, it was Brian and our niece, Jenny, Debbie, and her daughter, Amy, and then myself. So there were 5 of us. I'm collecting books to get signed. You know what? I've already got Dr. Barry's books all signed. The Kicking Ass After 50, Common Sense Labs, and Lies the Doctor Told You. I have all of them signed. And then I have so many books of Maria's. I ain't lugging them around. I'm not. Brenda Jones, Cindy, how did you lose your weight so fast at the beginning? I'm going on 5 years and still got 40 pounds to go. Any ideas would be appreciated. When I started, Brenda, like I said, it was 4 years ago. It took me 23 months to lose 100 pounds. And I did that all without any exercising. That's how bad a shape I was in. And because I went very strict keto, stuck to 20 carbs or less total, not this net carb stuff. And it just worked because I was eating so crappily before that, starting to eat the right things. It was just coming off. And I've said it a gazillion times. I have Debbie to thank for it. She's the one that got me started. And I was just like, my first meal would be like hard-boiled eggs and cheese sticks. It was so simple. Or I would take salami and spread some cream cheese in it and roll it up and eat those. Occasionally I would have like celery sticks or something like that, but rare. It was mostly meats and eggs, cheese. I love cheese. It doesn't matter. And that was it. But I didn't do any walking. I didn't do any exercising because I needed to start feeling better first before I started exercising. And then once I felt like, oh my God, I had all this energy now. Then I went out and started walking. And we joined a gym that we need to get back into and things like that. But it all came with time after that weight loss.
No, we did a little bit.
Because I couldn't do it.
Home, but
not much.
A little bit, but that was during the summer months because in the wintertime, she wasn't walking on the ice and the snow, and neither did I belong out there. So it wasn't much, but she did get in a few walks.
Mm-hmm. But in the beginning, not much.
No.
Not much. Did you eat Keto Chow when you started? As soon as I heard about it, I bought it, I had it, and I haven't looked back. So absolutely yes. I have a pantry 2/3 full of Keto Chow. Lost 50 pounds in 5 months just eating proper food and fasting 16 hours a day. That's it. I mean, like I said, I was never really hungry in the morning. So it didn't faze me just not to eat breakfast. I eat my break fast meal, breakfast, my first meal of the day, regardless of what it is, whether it's bacon and eggs and egg white bread, or just bacon and eggs, or if it's something totally not eggs, burger patties or whatever, if we're out and about. The only time I will say, if we eat breakfast, it's where we have a doctor's appointment early in the morning and we're out and we can get to a McDonald's. And yes, I said McDonald's before 10:30, because I will get their sausage McMuffin with egg without the muffin, because those are my favorite. It's 2 pieces of sausage, 2 slices of their cheese, whatever, and 2 round eggs, which I know are whole eggs. But other than that, we don't eat breakfast unless we are out and I can get there, because I don't want to go out in the morning if I don't have to. Nope.
I mean, we go to restaurants that there's a few little mom and pop places that we end up going to about 1 o'clock, and we can get breakfast there. So we do that, but it's late. It's our first meal.
Yep. I don't think twice about going to McDonald's and ordering the 1/4 pound patties with cheese. I know it's not the best cheese, but I enjoy it. And I had somebody comment on one of my what I eat videos when I pictured the 1/4 pound patties with cheese. And they said, that cheese isn't even real cheese. It's not good for you. Well, you know what? It's a heck of a lot better than what I was eating before. A whole heck of a lot. So they can have their own thoughts. They can do whatever they want to do, but don't knock me for what's worked for me. It was expensive to lose weight that fast. I had to keep buying smaller pants. This is true, Rick. Debbie and I, I've always and I've told her this, I've always envied my sister Debbie. She always was real poised and real, always looked good. Now, I don't care what she wore, she looked great to me. And I felt like frumpy. Just the way I felt. Nothing she ever did or said or anything made me feel this way. I just did. But I don't even know where I was going with that. But oh, she had brought some clothes that she couldn't fit in anymore. Because when she started keto, she had some weight to lose. Not a lot like I did. But she brought some smaller size pants that she was hoping they would fit me. And they were. Now, mind you, when I started keto, I was wearing 24 waist women's plus size pants. And she brought over a size 16 Lee jeans. And I'm like, there is no way my butt is getting in those jeans. She says, you're going to go try this stuff on. And she made me try on everything she brought over here. And they fit. And I was like, oh, you got to be kidding. And this is stuff she used to wear. So, being that mind frame in the back that she always looked great. How could that ever look that way on me? But when I was able to get in them, I was like, woo. Well, then I kept losing. And I was still able to wear them. I mean, they were a little snug in the beginning, The first time I went shopping for myself, I went to Kohl's and I bought the same style of jeans like Debbie had brought to me. And I took some in this dressing room. I took a size 16 and I took a size 14 in there. And I tried the 16s on. I'm like, no, too big. I tried the 14s on and they're big. I actually got into a 12 before I put some of this weight back on. Now I'm back to 14s, but it's okay. I know it'll come back off. But I was in total shock of myself that I could actually do this, because nothing in my past ever worked. Nothing. Not diets, not marriages until this one. Nothing ever worked for me till it did.
Just love me.
Yeah. He is the most supportive person. And so is Debbie.
Because I need you and love you. It's like supposed to. It's what you're supposed to do.
So needed to hear this story. Thank you for sharing. Well, you're welcome, Sherry. I get bumbling. This is why I have not done that insecurity video yet, because I know this is what's going to happen. And it's ugh.
If you care for somebody, you should go for them. You should be behind them. There's no reason to be just completely opposite because you don't like the way somebody's doing something. You got to be there for them and hang on and make sure they're staying with it. She's had some rough times, and she's like, I got to quit this. I got to quit that. I said, you're the only one that can do it. It's not me. I can't do it for you. It's all up to you, and that's what it is. It's up to her. It's I can be pretty strong at what I do, but I'm no different. I have my days. I love cashews. That's my biggest fault. I can eat the whole bucket right there, and I know it's gonna kill me, but I don't. But I could.
That's not a fault, because you limit.
Yeah, but
I'm gonna tell you, this man. I'm gonna say hi, Lag. How are you? Thank you for coming by. I met this guy in a chat about reselling, and didn't meet them, but met them in a chat like this. Some of you I have obviously met. Keto chow is the best dessert. It's the best for everything. He says, eat the nuts. Just got to be careful with what we're doing. It's, yeah, they can be a deterrent for sure.
Yeah.
And when I started keto, he did not. And I know a lot of you already know that. But he supported me all the way through. And without that, I mean, I was cooking for everybody in our house. My son, his girlfriend, his kids, and anybody else that came over, none of them were keto. My other son, his wife, their kids. And I did all the cooking. But I ate what I knew I needed to eat to better my health, to lose the weight I needed to lose. And like, I know you were in that chat that I entered when I had talked about, and keto is not a big thing in that chat. It's very not a thing at all. But I've lost 100 pounds by doing the ketogenic way of eating and got off of blood pressure meds after a very long time. Reversed prediabetes and can actually move way easier than I ever was able to. My numbers actually get better when I eat macadamia nuts. I ate some of those the other night. I bought a bag when we went to Costco. Those are good. Thank you so much. That's why I will never, ever look back. I mean, I slip up. There's times I'll eat something that I shouldn't eat. Not very often, because there's a twofold reason for that. And
oh heck, we walked through the grocery store, we're looking at all the baked goods, going, oh boy. Then we were like, nope, let's get out of here. It smells too good.
I'll tell you, the one thing that I really want is a daggone donut. That's it. Just a donut. I have not had one in 4 years. Not even a bite. And let me tell you, there are 3 donut shops. There's Dunkin' Donuts. There's a place called Best Donuts. There's one around down the road. It's called Lay's Donuts, like Lay's potato chips, but Lay's Donuts. I haven't even been inside the buildings. I drive by them. Oh man, I would love to have just one donut, a half a donut. He's so good. He's like, I don't want any. Mm-hmm. You're trying to hurt me here. Come over. I have donuts. No. I joke a lot, but good health is important. It really is. And when you've been the road and you've accomplished so much, you definitely don't ever want to go back. Because it was easy, but it wasn't. It seemed like it took forever, but it really didn't. Maybe try to make one with keto chow. You know, I have already had ChatGPT create a donut recipe for me that I have not made yet. And I have one for soft pretzels that I haven't made yet. So I'm trying to really be good. But
I'll tell you, it was so bad for me.
Stuff is okay.
Yeah. It was so bad for me that when I was really horrible, my A1C was way up there. Post office that I worked at as a carrier was right next door to the Dunkin' Donuts parking lot. Matter of fact, basically attached.
You had to go through the parking lot to get to the...
Fill the truck up, park on the drive-through side of the parking lot, walk into Dunkin' Donuts, get 3 donuts, and there was my lunch. Blueberry, glazed donut, and a maple sugar donut. I was not good. It was horrible. But boy, were they good. No more, though. Don't miss them.
That I'll tell you, he's so regimented. He's so good about it. It's like, I don't know. I think he keeps me on track. So tomorrow's Employee Appreciation Day. They serve pork barbecue. It's pretty good, not super clean, but okay. The big thing is the free ice cream. I try not to have it, but it's really good ice cream. I bet. You know, there's a lot of really good stuff out there, Sean, that I have not had. I've made keto bagels too. Yep, I've made them. What aggravates me when I make them is they're real thin. I want a big, thick bagel because my thing, I had a lot of things. Bread was my big thing. And bagels, man, we used to get those Thomas's bagels
Oh yeah.
and we'd have one
Yeah.
every morning with cream cheese on it. And they were big and thick and just, oh my word, so good and so high in carbs.
You know, back in Nashville, we went to a place called Bagel Alley. Those were homemade and they were huge.
Victor from Southern Keto has a really good keto recipe for donuts. I saw him make them. I just, I haven't done it yet. I know that post office. Where do you live? We now live in Kentucky, but we used to live in Nashua, New Hampshire, which is where that post office is actually in Merrimack,
next town
New
up.
Hampshire. But yeah, you have to go through the Dunkin' Donuts parking lot to get to the parking lot of the post office. I used to love the blueberry bagels. Yep. Have to run. Keep it up. Thank you so much for popping in. But yeah, there's times where if his sugars are down, and we haven't done this in a long time, we go to McDonald's. I mean, we've gone to McDonald's, but if we go to McDonald's and his sugars are down, it's like, you want to get just a little small order of French fries just to bring your sugars back up because the meat's not going to do it. And he would say on occasion, say, yeah, okay. And I would grab maybe 5 of them, little tiny little fries. They have the best fries when the oil is fresh. And oh my word, I'm sorry, I got to stop because the stuff is so good. I miss bread too. Yes, Brenda, there are things. And Karen from Low Carb Spin, Gal Pal, whoever your alias is right now, are you still in here? I messed up your rye bread recipe the other day and it overflowed in my oven. I don't know. It was crazy. It's good. It's still good. But I don't know what I did. Don't know. But it's shaped like this in the center. It just comes up at the ends and it's shaped like this. It's about this. But it's very good. Still. But boy, what a mess. That was nuts. So anyway, we've been at this about an hour and a half. Unless anyone else has any questions for us or anything else you want to talk about, I think we're going to call it a night and go try some of those. Have those Tetons. That's my weakness, French fries. You just said ice cream was. I used to go up and get a supersized fry and medium fry to wash it down with. Oh, dang, Sean. I would supersize the drink and get the medium fry because their Diet Coke is good. Still is. We still do it. Have any of you seen, go get one of those cans. We went to Kroger's the other day. Now they had sodas. Ain't gonna lie, 12 packs, buy 2, get 2 free. And we bought some. But as we're going through the aisle, we found these cans. He went to get one. And we haven't tried them yet. But it's like, what the heck is this? It's a diet soda. And I ain't gonna say nothing else till he brings the can here. Because it floored me. I'm like, what the heck? He had to go out to the garage. I'll let him show you. This is wild. I should make him try it. We should try it. 0 Coke, 0 sugar. What is it? Oreo flavor. Coke Zero, Oreo. What the heck is that? It is Zero everything. Zero carbs, zero calories, zero everything. Now, I'm going to tell you, I couldn't believe I saw that. Naomi said, then had fries with the ice cream back when I worked at McDonald's. I used to manage McDonald's for 4 years. Those fries got me all the time.
Yeah, a little bit, not quite.
I think I saw it today. I did not buy it. Oreo flavor, yes. So does it taste like
A
Oreo?
little bit, not quite, but a little bit. It's got that slight hint in it.
It has what?
A slight hint of an Oreo.
It has a slight aroma of Oreo. A slight smell. What the? Shut the front door. That's the. It's weird. It's very sweet.
But it has that kick of a little bit of Oreo.
It does at the back end. It's
Yeah.
so good. But it has no sugar. It's just the sweeteners, like all the other carbonated drinks. Oh my word, if I could read this without spilling it. It is carbonated water, caramel color, natural flavors, phosphoric acid, sodium, benzoate, asulfame potassium, sodium citrate, sodium chloride, aspartame, caffeine, and sucralose. I'll tell you, it's not bad. I'm not a Coke Zero fan, but that's not bad. They also released Coke flavored Oreos. What? Now, those won't be 0 calories, but this is Oreo flavored Coke Zero. That's just crazy. So we saw them. I said, all right, we got to try them. What the heck?
So we picked up 4 cans.
They're different. Oh my gosh, Cindy. I was a swing manager at McDonald's when I was in high school. My first job about 100 years ago. It has really changed since polyester uniforms, paper hats for the guys. Oh my word. I didn't start at McDonald's until I had moved away from Cincinnati and I was living in Massachusetts. And the guy that hired me, he owned 3, it was a franchisee. He owned 3 stores. And I started in as an assistant manager in one of them. And then after a certain period of time, I don't remember, he promoted me to store manager in his lower volume store. Well, I can remember he was in there one day and I had been there since 5 something in the morning. And it was about 11:30. I hadn't had a bite to eat. And I was running my head off because we were short-staffed. And he looked at me. He just happened to be there that day. And he says, "You don't look too good." I said, I just need to grab 5 minutes, grab a bite to eat. And by this time I had been with him almost 4 years. And he, I literally took about 5 minutes, grabbed something to eat, got back to work. And about a couple weeks later, I was getting ready to take vacation and come back and see my mom and everything. And he pulled me aside. He said, "I need you to meet me at this place." And it wasn't his restaurants. It was someplace else. He demoted me back to an assistant manager out of the same store he just promoted me out of because he said he was concerned for my health. And that was the only time I ever had an issue. And it was like, I guess it was like the beginnings of maybe a panic attack or what. I had never been through it. I felt horrible. And as soon as I grabbed something to eat, I was fine. It was crazy. But yeah, so ruined my vacation. I went back. The only blessing is I got to see my mom. And I went back to work. went back to that store as assistant manager until I found something else and I up and quit. I was so frustrated because I worked really, really hard. And that just wasn't going to float. I was better than that. And I just felt he didn't appreciate it anymore. So that was that. When 9/11 happened, I was working at the store I was running. And we had a radio back in the crew room where they took their breaks and stuff. And I asked one of them to pull it up and put it in the kitchen so we could hear what was going on. Well, he come in and he said, "Why is that radio up there? Get it out of there." And I'm like, I want to know what's going on in the dang world, because we couldn't hear it out in the restaurant. And plus, the customers wanted to know. But yeah, he made us put it back. He said, "Nope, I don't need to be there." I worked at Pizza Hut. We used to go out to the payphone and call in fake orders because manager they come in, "Sean, that's bad. That's just bad." Dang on, that's underhand. That's slick.
I work for Papagino's as a pizza delivery, which I was working at the post office in the same town. So when the fake calls came too, I knew because I knew who lived at the house and what the address was. I knew the whole town.
Yeah,
Didn't get by me.
you were the party pooper.
Yeah.
That's wild. That's just wild. Okay, we're gonna wrap this up because now I'm getting hungry. All this talk about the bad food that I shouldn't have. I gotta have something that I can have because we don't have anything here that I really shouldn't have.
Probably time to pull a roast off the smoker.
Yes, the pork butt.
Yeah.
That'll be tomorrow. All righty. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. Good night, Evelyn, and we will see you on Saturday. Naomi, we'll see you on Friday for a regular Friday night live stream. Evelyn and Carl are on Saturday night. And I'm going to run this. I want to thank all of my members. I really, really appreciate you all. And it means so much. Everybody's saying good night. Have a great night. And we will catch you all over the weekend.
Night all.